Okay, sorry for the interruption. I had to take care of something. So I was having trouble spinning this nose around. And it's not in the zero position yet, but it's not going to do it until this is where this is just blocking it right here. So what I tend to do is just back it out. So this should be sitting right there. Okay, so bring the nose around this direction. I don't know what it's called for Hasselblad, but my mentors called it the nose. And there, it spins around. There it is. Okay, so that should hit and it should stop. Boom. All right. So now I can go ahead and put the system back on. Now, a number of things are going to happen. First of all, I got to tension this. I got to tension, not only tension, I have to hold it with my fingers. And then, this is a mirror latch right here. This mirror latch needs to be in the down position. So you have to hold that in the down position, you have to put this on and then time it with that gear. It's all at the same time. While this is in the right position there. So this nose has to be there. So what I do is I go ahead and tension. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's tight. I mean, I'm really kind of bearing down to stop it from untensioning. So you got to grip it, put your finger there, and I'm shooting for something to this effect when it goes in, and then I'll rotate everything back up. But the gear should hit right in those two teeth. So, plus, hold that down. Sometimes these go like super easy, sometimes they can be a real pain. So, I go in, I'm pushing the mirror latch down right there. So this has to come over, because it's got to clear this little lip piece here. Comes over, like, not like that, like that. Okay, once it goes in, see all that just made that slip. So, doesn't like to back up. Okay, I just lost that. Almost. I think it's there. There. All right. So that's my position for for the timing on the Hasselblad. It's not tensioned yet. We still got to put tension on here. This system does have tension on it. All right. So I like to go ahead and put screw on the bottom here. Keep everything in place. And then these two screws up here, they're kind of flat. They're not as tall as these other two. It's kind of a fat, tall head. You see these get mixed up actually every once in a while. You just want to stupid screws. So it's got nice foam in there, and the foam's kind of not wanting to let me get these in. And there's one. Let's see, one goes in, the other one usually goes pretty easy. Okay. So get the front on there. Time. Yeah, I think I'm pretty close on the money. My fine tuning will come through these two right here. The plate can shift. It's got a little bit of movement there. All right. That's actually looking pretty good. So what I want to do is put some grease where the grease needs to go. Put a slightly lighter grease on it instead of this heavy stuff. Just a little lighter. Okay. I don't want to just slather it on everything. Get that blob out of there. But I want to make sure this has lubrication. You see these things just get smothered in grease. Okay, so there, and a little bit on this side. Okay, get a little bit on this tip. That's where B comes into play. All right, let's go ahead and get the lever in here. Release lever. Itty bitty bit of grease in there, just to give it a little bit of movement. This guy gets some down on here. Okay. The hole right there needs to go through the hole. The wire does. You put that in. And this guy's gonna go here and drop there. All right. Next lever, we get the, I think they call this like the S lever. A little bit of grease. Which direction does this thing go? I know it goes this way. So, yeah, that's what I do here. Okay. Collar goes on it since that kind of wobbles. So you put collar on next. There we go. Drop down. Okay, so go ahead. I think it's the screw. No, that's the wrong screw. No, it's correct. I'd swap those two. Yeah, no, I don't want to swap. Well, let's do it now. No, that's good. Okay. Our spring's going to go on. Spring's going to go on here. It's going to hook. This is your S lever is also the mirror up lever. Let's go this side. So that side all the way around. It's going to hook onto this post. This guy's going to hook onto your release lever here. Boom. Yeah, I probably should have put that guy in first, but I didn't. Get him later. Okay, so we'll put a screw down here in the corner. Okay. So we can actually time this guy. Yeah, I think we're there. I'm gonna put my finger in there. I'm gonna hold the mirror lever from popping out. You don't want to pop it out and pop that spring off. So it becomes the washer down. Grease this guy. You'd be surprised how many times I see people without grease on that. Just kind of staggering, actually, how many times I see that. Okay, so this guy needs to be right about here. Should be right about there. And this guy should be here. You want it. No teeth are sticking out. No, my fingers are in the way. I want to go ahead and put that, whoops, down. Okay, everything just drop into place. Okay. Okay, so we can start to tension the system here. Here is my special tensioning tool. Okay, so that's my handmade tool. I use this instead of chewing up my fingers or scratching the crap out of the plate under here, because people put tweezers through here and they get scratched under there all the time. Just want to pop up, check my video, make sure it's not running too long. We're still going good. All right, so I need to continue tensioning this because it's not really going to drive the barn doors up. So I'm going to go ahead and push like your mirror up lever, boom. Release the mirror up. The barn doors, you can see, doesn't have enough oomph. So we're going to go ahead and put another charge on there. And we want to reach through here. We want to kick the lever. Mirror goes up, barn doors did not release. So now it's got another turn. Do that again. Boom. Mirror goes up, barn doors didn't release. Okay. Once more. Mirror up, no barn doors, boom. Okay, so we should be somewhere around where we need to be. I think that was about 3. Boom. Mirror up, barn doors open, down. Nice, snappy, loud, ring, rattles your ears. So there we go. We're about where we need to be. Going, sounds snappy, sounds quick. I'm gonna put the release bar in here and we're gonna check. So at this point, what I tend to do is to put a few more of these screws in, the outside screws. I do that before I start doing some of my adjustments, because if I don't, and if there's any play in here, you can see that gear moving as I squish it. Well, that's just gonna mess with your timing. So put a few screws in to now make it nice and solid. These over here aren't so important. Okay. All right, get this guy in. Should have done this before, but I didn't. Maybe because I'm distracted doing the video. I get to do some stuff sometimes, but it'll go in. Oh, come on. Difficult. It's gonna be a pain. Oh, come on. Push this guy out of the way a little bit so I can get my screw started. Nope. So there's a few ways of getting this screw in here. It's just tucked in behind this lever, and my fingers are all in the way. And it's magnetized. Okay, there we go. Should have done that a long time ago. So that's something I should have done earlier. Okay. I'll charge it again. Set your mirror up. Boom. All right, so gonna do your hooked spring on the rod. Okay, so this guy's gonna come, whoops, just slipped out and came unhooked. Usually they don't have a problem. Usually they're pretty good. So I'm going to get an idea where it's going. This guy here is going to go into that little hole right there. Okay. So you want to get into the hole, and then that's got to come through that little slot right there. So you just have to kind of like slightly bend it. I mean, it's flexing. It's not even bending. I don't like to say bend too much. People get in and bend the crud out of all this stuff. They bend these levers, and then they wonder why this thing doesn't work right. So, nice. Okay. It's a nice feel to it. Oops. There we go. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. So I'm going to go ahead and put on this lever here, which is going to go in here. Let's see. It's going to go this direction, but we need a spring on it first. So I'm put the spring down, get it hooked, put the lever down and get a little bit of grease on it. Don't need a ton on this guy. Actually, I want a little bit down here where it makes contact and a lot of rubbing down in this area. And maybe a little bit where the spring does rub up against it. Just down. Get my hook. There's my hook. There we go. Okay, now I can just kind of start looking at some of the timing issues I got going here and see if there's any timing that's out. All right, so I want to look here, make sure that's pointing to the red. That is so close, I'm not even going to worry about it. This guy here needs to be no over travel. It's just about perfect. It just went together really nice. There should be a small gap right here. This cannot be up against that. Will give you problems. It is. It's about right. So we're in pretty good shape. And the gear here in the is out just a little bit, and I think I may be off a tooth. Just trying to think. Yeah, I think I'm off a tooth here. This is sticking out on full charge. It shouldn't. So we're going to lift that gear. We're going to run that around. Hopefully we can do that without losing tension, but if we do, it's not that big of a deal. We can go ahead and put tension back on it. So once again, I'm going to push the mirror. Let me get this up. Let me get the, sorry, barn doors up, mirror up. Now I can push a barn door up. I can go ahead and I can put my finger to hold the screw. We can get this retimed here. I don't have to do a full retiming, just lift it up, rotate it one tooth. Yeah, set it down. So that's really what it was, just one tooth out. Okay. That's pretty much the Hasselbad. I'm gonna check time now. We're pretty much coming up on around 20 minutes. 20 minutes is about what my phone will handle. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this right here, and we'll pick it up, put the rest back together again, get this guy in, because yes, that should have been in already. I like to wait till almost last to put it in, and they're not hard to get in, but it can be tricky. Other than that, it's really a simple reassembly. Other thing I want to check, one last thing, not a lot of people have this tool, but this is my adjustment tool. and it's got little steps in it. I don't know how well you can see that. And what we want to do is we want to put it up here on the solid. We want to come down to these sections here. We want to charge it first. Nice. You should push it in. And right now that's not perfect because that shouldn't release. It shouldn't release until I slide this along to there. So we're slightly out. So I'll get that all fixed up and we can see how that works there. It's just, no, actually I may have been bad. Let's see, just a hair. Yeah, we're so close, I'm not even gonna worry about it. But I would start to bend this lever. And if you ever have to bend this lever, don't just grab it and just tweak the crap out of it. What you want to do is just gently move it here. You don't want to bend up in here. You want to bend it just here, just a hair, just a little bit. And then this guy here for the release, you're going to bend just here at the base, just a little bit. So people, this is the lever I see bent the most, and because it does the releasing. But most of the time, I have to straighten these out. People just do all kinds of things. They get their pliers in and they're twisting and, oh, let's see if I bend this, it'll make it work. No, most of the time I have to undo all of that and make these straight again, and then work. So, yeah. So release, then boom. All right, well, thank you for watching. This is Jim. Please subscribe. Leave your comments below. I'll try and respond to every one of them. And thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.